So this is my welding helmet that I have that has a visibility light included. So the point of this setup is to improve the visibility that you have with the auto shade feature, or maintain it at least in low light settings, like if you're in a confined space or your shop has bad lighting. This will help to maintain and improve the benefit of that auto shade feature. So basically it's a 12 volt automotive dome light powered by two 9-volt batteries in series. So there's your positive here, runs to the switch, powers the lights, negative goes back to the batteries, and there's where they're two joined. So you can get wires pretty easy to come by. This wire is actually probably a bit overqualified for this, but it works. Definitely helps if you have a soldering iron to solder where you have pieces and joined to wire, and where you have wire spliced together. Not only because it helps to give a stronger bond, it also improves your continuity. And then heat shrink is also a good addition too, just to, well, cosmetically, and it just makes it a cleaner install, and again helps with the bonding. Pretty basic standard baseball bat switch. I think if I were to do it again, I think I would move this switch so that the end of this is in line with this, but personal preference, I guess. I just joined that with two rivets, bent piece of metal, and then I used like a 1/2-inch drill bit to drill that out. And then got these 9-volt battery holders from a specialty electrical shop in town, although you could probably find something online that would match that. You can even use plastic ones, those would be fine. I also have a connector here. Reason being, one, so that I can remove this lens entirely from this helmet, but also because when I bought these originally at the store, they were powered by two 9-volt batteries in series. And I think the reason they did that was because with the 18 volts, it makes them shine a little more brightly than they will in, say, your car where it's powered by 12 volt, which these were automotive dome lights, which is still buying those off of Amazon, but that can be a problem though, because, well, it's not really meant to use 18 volts through that light full time. So while they do burn brighter, it does mean that the LED lights will eventually burn out. So, which isn't a big deal. I mean, you can get a pack of 5 of these on Amazon for like 20 bucks, and I'll leave a link to that in the description. And for this piece in here, I'll just open this guy up here, show you what I got in there. Just trying to get the right height for a stand for the camera there. So what I have in there is I have a thin piece of metal folded at 90 there, just because these do get a little bit hot, so it's a bit of a buffer to protect it from the plastic. And also it kind of helps, so I just used some electrical tape and folded it over. What that does is it keeps the light from shining into the rest of the lens, and so it eliminates the glare and helps to kind of focus that light out instead of it shining all on the inside. And then I find that these lights, again, they get hot, so what ends up happening, the little adhesive backing on them tends to kind of overheat and melt off, and then this doesn't stay in place anymore. So that's why I kind of have this shelf set up here, and then I soldered a wire across here to hold it in place. And then when it burns out, slide it out, and just replace it at that connector when that one's no good anymore. I guess now that I'm committed to using the 9-volt batteries, because I've bought so many of them, I got the charger and everything, so that's why I'm sticking with them. And I mean, they just burn brightly anyways, so it's an added benefit, and because they're so cheap, they are a consumable, so they're easy enough to replace. So, hold on a sec here, just bear with me. So now I'll just quickly do a demo on just how much better the visibility is. So, classic scenario. You're working in a confined space or a poorly lit area, and you put down your helmet and you can't see fuck all. So, you flick that on, and you immediately have much better visibility. You can see everything. Almost looks like night vision. Any questions, throw it in the comments.